Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I said yesterday that what they're doing with Joss and Dex it is giving them drama, it's giving them angst, it's giving them an obstacle to overcome. The problem with this obstacle is that it's really stupid, right? Joss crying to mommy like she's a 12-year-old little girl is just laughable at this point. And I'm gonna get to Dex in a minute because I don't know what they're doing with these characters, these two characters, but they're making them dumb as hell at this point. Joss isn't there telling Carly that, she broke up with Dex and he's not the man that she thought he was. And here's the thing. She talks about how Dex was going to kill a defenseless old man, right? So now Cyrus, the guy who tried to literally kill your family, is now this defenseless, poor old man. I, I'm literally sitting there watching this, and I'm just like, oh, you gotta be joking, right? Like, I know Jocelyn at times can be annoying, and I know a lot of the Jocelyn fans could sit there and just overlook some of this stuff, but Jesus Christ, at some point, you gotta kind of look at this and be like, all right, this is out of pocket. You want to sit there and defend the man. You want to sit there and defend the man who tried to literally kill the very same mommy that you just ran into the room with. Carly tries to give her a dose of reality. Dax was in an impossible situation. If he didn't do it, who knows what happened to Dax? And she tells Jocelyn that you are judging from outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what it's like to sit there and be in that situation. So you have this very naive way of looking at things. And this is the whole thing. Even when she asks about Jason. And Carly's like, you don't, one, he doesn't really tell me about his business. Two, you need to stop asking questions you don't want to sit there and hear the answers to. I mean, not that long ago, she literally sent there saying that she wished that Dex lied to her. But now your dumbass is not there asking about what Jason did? This is why at times, even on Josh's best day, I'm like, I don't think this is going to last. Because she's just going to wind up doing something stupid within the next couple episodes and be like, yep, typical blonde idiot. And don't get me wrong, I love blondes. Okay? So when I sit there and say blonde idiot, I mean I'm singling out that blonde idiot. Just saying. Blondes are very fun. Now let's get to idiot number two. Yes. Dex comes in and he's ready to turn himself in. But the fun doesn't stop. Because he decides to take Sonny down with him, name Michael, name Carly, and is like, yeah, I sat there and tried to kill Dex on Sonny's orders, and da 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 da. And the whole time, Anna's just like, you can tell. Like, she's looking him in the face, but she's like, Jesus. Because she knows how this whole thing is going to play out. His word versus Sonny. And as she's seen in the mock, it doesn't usually end well. So she's like, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're gonna forget this whole conversation ever happened. And she says that stuff to save him because, granted, she was just saying like, "Hey, listen, you know about doing this, you're gonna implicate yourself, and you probably want to get killed, right? You're definitely going to get killed at this point." And of course, he's like, "Oh, it's fine." And granted, he's only doing this. This idiot is only doing this because Jocelyn broke up. Like, bro, so you just gonna just I mean, there's only so many words I could sit there and use towards on YouTube, but I'm like, so you just practically ready to just get deleted because that idiot broke up with you. Because that idiot didn't realize who she was dating. You're just gonna just screw it. I don't really see a point of it in then tomorrow. Okay. That was pretty stupid. So yeah, she sent him on his way. Now, Danny found Jason in the ball house struggling. And, he started bonding. He started talking about school and what he likes to do for fun and sports and stuff like that. And it's a really great conversation. Willow comes in and Willow's like, hey, listen, if we don't go back to the house, somebody's going to think that they're going to start looking for you. So he leaves, and Willow's like, you should have never really got him involved. But to be fair, it wasn't by choice. He just happened to be there at the boathouse when he collapsed and Danny was there. So while they're talking, and she's patching it up, Danny is back in the house studying or whatever, and John comes in, and John just pretty much was trying to intimidate Elizabeth, and Liz is like, "Yo, listen, I don't know anything," and just to be very clear, we don't even know if Jason actually shot Dante, so why don't we just sit there and just chill out for a hot minute? So after that, he goes to talk to Danny, who's minor, without any parents or anything like that. And somehow he said that that wasn't illegal. And I'm like, well, I don't know if a judge would sit there and say it that way. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm going to sit there and ask, experts that are lawyers, is what he did was legal or not. But anyway, he starts asking questions like, hey, did you see your dad? Just that, and the third. And then he's like, no, 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 whatever. And he's like, well, listen, if you have, yada, yada, yada. Brooklyn comes in with the goddamn thunder. I really sat there, I was like, whoa, bro. At the end of that lashing that Brooklyn gave John, I was like, bro, do you need a band-aid for for your ass? Because you literally got tore a new one. Like I always sat there, was like, bro, I'm surprised this man was not in tears when he was sitting there walking away. I was like, Jesus Christ, okay. I was like, damn, I haven't actually seen her that fired up. I was like, yo, I mean, first she came in, she was like, you're a disgrace to your badge. And then she just, again, told him a new one about, talking to a minor, this, that, and the third. I mean, she went in. I was like, oh, shit. Damn. That was kind of intimidating and hot at the same time. I was like, Jesus Christ. So he left, and, at that point, Brooklyn was just like, remember the family lawyer, since he doesn't have the phone, and just, follow the Quartermain ways or whatever. And that was pretty much about it. Now, apparently Jake is acting all pissy and everything. Aiden comes in and talks to Liz about Jake and his little attitude and how he believes that Jason absolutely 150% shot Dante and he would not sit there and hear anything of it. Even if Aiden's like, hey, listen, we don't even really know what happened. He slammed the door in his face. I was like, bro. If you don't tell him to F down, and then Chase comes in and and Aiden's like, do you think that you did it? And Chase is like, We don't know yet. You know, we gotta wait to see how everything unfolds. Now, okay, let's get to the whole Christina and Christine. Is it Christina or Christine? Let's get to the whole Christine and I think it's Christina and Sonny. Christine tells a story about how Dante and her was hanging out one Christmas Eve evening, and they were, hanging on a roof or whatever, and sliding down like the chimney, not the chimney, but like the roof or whatever. And he hurt his leg or whatever, like some sort of funny story. But I'm just like, this story seems so out of pocket, right? This story seems so out of pocket, and I'm not saying this thing is not totally believable because I mean it's possible. Granted, a lot of stuff goes on off screen, but it's one of those things. It's almost like she was meant to telling the story like they grew up together, like they nearly grew up together, and pretty much by the time that Dante knew Christine, I could have swore that she was more or less an adult. And I know Christina, has like a rebellious streak or whatever, and Dante could be fun sometimes, but I can't picture them just being on a rooftop and him just let's just sit there and just slide down the roof or whatever. And it's like that story doesn't even seem like it makes any sense. I mean, I understand he was going to try and tell it for levity, but like even with that being said, I was like, wait, so y'all just rewriting everything, right? I mean, now you pretty much sit there saying that Sonny was practically a child dealer. Let's be honest. Now they wrote that Karen was a minor, so I mean, you kind of draw your own conclusion at that point. So they're trading these weird. Why she's not telling these weird and out of pocket story. Natalia comes in and she talks about Blaze and how she could sit there and help Blaze, and talks about when the first time that she saw Blaze and Christine in bed, it was kind of jarring, and then she asked questions like, to Sonny, like, how did you deal with your child being gay and stuff. Now, my whole thing was when she walked in and she was talking, I was like, you know who that man is, right? So unlike before when you had your little, I'm trying not to say this word, unlike when you had your little attitude before with her, tread very, very, very lightly around this man. I'm pretty sure you know who he is. Because she didn't sit there and come in with that same energy like she did before. Now, people have been snitching telling me that there's going to be rumors that they may wind up sleeping together, and Sonny would just be an out of pocket POS for doing something like that. I'm just going to be honest. So I guess we'll see. And then towards the end, when John is sitting there hanging out in the hotel, Anna comes there with a bottle. Because now, she kind of feels like crap. And you see in the preview, she was like, oh, something along the lines of, I know who Sonny was, or this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, y'all all seem like y'all know who Sonny is until y'all need help. That's the thing. Y'all all seem like y'all know who he is until you need something. And then it's, oh, Sonny, could you sit there and help us out? I mean, I know you're a criminal and you do bad things, but yeah, I'm going to look the other way for right now. Because reasons. I feel like that's about it, but I might have missed one or two things. So, as I always sit there and say, come to the live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.